Every few years, the idea of building a bridge from Jamestown to Surry comes up. Well, this is one of those times, so let's talk about whether it's a good idea or not. Currently, the only way to get from Williamsburg directly to Surry is by using the Jamestown-Scotland Ferry service. This runs 24 hours a day, it's free, and has been providing transportation across the James River for 101 years this month. The ferry provides a scenic ride across the James River with beautiful views of historic Jamestown and both shorelines. For tourists, or even locals who don't take it regularly, it's a really fun way to cross the James, enjoy a boat ride, take some photos, and get some fresh air. I take it for work when I have to show property out that way, and my family and I love heading over to Surry Seafood Company for dinner when the weather is nice. For regular commuters, it's a convenient but slow way to get across the river. Surry Power Plant and Smithfield Foods are the largest employers across the river, and many of their employees live in or around Williamsburg, making this part of their daily commute. Legislators are concerned that the population of Surry, which is only around 6,200 people, is going to continue to decline and make it below 5,500 in the next few years, along with lost economic opportunities by not having a direct connection to the peninsula. The next closest connections are the James River Bridge down in Newport News and the Benjamin Harrison Bridge up in Hopewell, both of which are about a 40-minute drive away from Surry. A bridge would certainly speed up the flow of traffic and economic opportunities to and from Surry. But is a bridge really what's best for Surry, Williamsburg, and the region as a whole? Let's look at some pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. It would speed up the commute for many who have to cross the river each day. I'm sure the charm of the ferries wears off after a week or two, and saving 20 or 30 minutes each way would be pretty nice. It would also make the trip over more reliable. We'll never have to deal with ferry maintenance issues, staffing problems, or weather that could make the trip more difficult again. It would also reduce the direct pollution into the river from the ferries and the visual impact it has by constantly churning up the water there. Additionally, housing options could open up. As a realtor, this is probably the part I like. A bridge may make Surry a much more desirable location for builders and homeowners alike, especially as James City County runs out of land, particularly around the Jamestown area, which is essentially built out. Theoretically, it could open up more economic opportunities for Surry and the surrounding towns. Now, this may take decades to play out, though. I mean, look at Carrollton. It's right over the James River Bridge, and once you get past Eagle Harbor, there isn't exactly a whole lot going on. But there's certainly a lot more than there would be without the JRB. So those are pretty much the pros. Now, how about those cons? A bridge at the point of the current ferry crossing would have a tremendous impact on the historic Jamestown settlement. This is one of the nation's most important historic sites, and to have a bridge and car traffic constantly in the site would be terrible. You could argue Yorktown has a bridge leading to Gloucester, but the historic Yorktown battlefields and museums are mostly away from the water, so it's not really an apples to apples comparison considering Jamestown is right on the water. The cost is a huge negative. Building a bridge would be extremely expensive at a time when I think most Virginians are looking to lower costs and spending on things that aren't going to have a massive impact on all of us. Furthermore, Surry may lose its rural charm if it does grow. And I'm not sure Surry residents want that at all. I think they like Surry the way it is, and while everything changes over time, building a bridge and focusing on growth probably goes against the reason they moved to Surry in the first place. And in Jamestown, this could mean even more traffic down Jamestown Road, which really isn't designed for more cars than it already handles. Now, there are also thoughts of putting a bridge farther up the river in Charles City County, but most of the land on both sides of the river up that way is privately owned, and that's like a whole other can of worms. So what do you think? Is it time to build a bridge to Surry or keep the current ferry service going? Let me know in the comments.